What's up guys, this is Galactic Bricks, and here is the next mock. It is Coruscant, building Coruscant in Lego, and yeah, at the moment it's quite a mess and doesn't look that good, but I assure you, you are going to love it when I'm done. I'm hoping it's going to be just as good, if not maybe even better than Kessel, and I can't wait to get into all the details for this build. Basically, I'm just going to walk you through the layout that I've designed here and going to show you guys everything that I'm going to plan. I mean, not in that much detail obviously, but that's what we're going to do. And at the moment I really don't know everything that's going to happen. The reference material I have is only like a minute long, so it's going to be quite difficult to recreate the scenes I'm doing. But to be specific, it's going to be the scene where Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's in his speeder and they're chasing the bounty hunter, and basically they crash and they meet up at this like bar thing, and the bar thing is actually in the middle, right here where Boba Fett's standing, and that's basically what the scene is revolving around. But anyways, I want to include a lot of scenes. I want to include all sorts of little gimmicks and all that stuff. So let's get straight into the close-ups. Besides the small little city I have over there, here's a close look at the build here. As you can see, I have these two beams here, and that's going to symbolize a bridge. I'll put a picture up to show you guys what I'm talking about. It's like a cool little pedestrian bridge to walk over across the busy streets here, and basically that's going to be pretty fun to do. And one thing I have to say is there's going to be a lot of lights that I'm going to try and implement into this build. Because it's Coruscant, I think it'll look very strange without lights. I mean, it has to take place in the night, obviously. And the other thing is there's going to be a lot of stickers and like screens and stuff, because it's a very cool planet, and that's one of the aspects I really like about it. And I definitely want to implement that as we go along. But anyways, here is going to be an elevated platform here to get to the other side. In reality, these buildings should continue here. But if I did that, I wouldn't be able to show you guys the entire mock, basically. So that's why we're going to have it cut off, essentially, with this little curve I have implemented here. It's probably just going to be like a dull gray wall here, but I'll see what I can do to make it as interesting as possible. And then over here is obviously the street, which will be in dark gray, as it's basically a 32 by 32 base plate. Anyways, that's what we got going on there. And here are a few like little minifigures I've made. These are actually what they should look like. A lot of them are covered in like black robes and dark clothing, so I'm definitely going to need to have a lot of different capes and cloaks to use in this mock for sure, because it is a pretty crowded area. But anyways, it will continue on here, the bridge, and then next to here will be a wall, another elevated platform, and then there will be some buildings I'll put here that I'll talk about later on as we go in the video. And next to here you can see here's a speeder. Obviously this is not Obi-Wan Kenobi speeder, but I'm using it as an alternate at the moment, as a placeholder essentially. But I probably will need to work on that pretty soon. We can pan on over to the next part of the build. What you can see here is the entrance to the club or the bar where Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi come to chase the bounty hunter in the Attack of the Clones, which is what I'm basing this entire mock off of, because I really do want to use reference photos. I originally just put some buildings up and said, alright, that's cool, but I think it's a lot better when you have reference photos, because you can actually recreate a scene, and I think that's so much more satisfying, to be honest, which is basically what I did with Kessel, so that's definitely what I'm looking forward to doing. Anyways, there's going to be a round entryway, there's going to be, you know, some designs, details over here, and then over at this part, there's going to be a huge screen. I'll put up another picture, and I don't know how I'm going to recreate that, but it's going to be pretty fun. That's definitely what Coruscant's about, so I'm definitely going to need to implement that correctly. And then there'll be more details on the side, and this is basically going to be the center of the action of the whole scene. And then going down, here's just a quick look at some details I've done. This is like a little experiment for the road, as it's all in dark gray. It's a pretty smooth texture, so it probably will be smoother than that, but I've ordered a ton of pieces on Bricklink, so I can't wait to start working on that when I'm able to. And I probably should probably look forward to seeing that eventually, coming up soon. As you can see, there's a TIE fighter here, and you're probably thinking, why on earth is that there? To be honest, I just thought it looks cool. I mean, this thing is amazing. I already have a review on it. Check it out, please, if you haven't already. You won't regret it. And but yeah, it's if you want to know any details about it, I have a full video on that anyways. But yeah, it's a phenomenal build, and I don't know, I'm just using it to kind of compare stuff to see how big I'm going to make this. As you can see, I have this building here, and that's pretty tall, so I want to see how that's going to work. But I'm going to put this out of the way for now. You might just think this is like random pieces, but I've actually implemented something here. The X is basically the crash scene of, I think her name is Zan, the bounty hunter, the speeder. And that's basically the speeder that I made. And then this is like a little part of the building just to give me an idea of what it looks like to like kind of grasp an image of the thing. And that's basically, she's going to crash, Basically the way it works in the story, it was kind of a pain to do this, but I had to, by looking at the shots, I kind of had to do like inverse the photo, or like revert the photo in order for me to understand like where the vehicles were actually placed. It's kind of confusing. Basically, the way it works in the show, Obi-Wan Kenobi in his speeder comes over the crash scene, does a U-turn basically, flies over, and then parks. That's what I'm gonna have to be doing for that. And then over here, this is actually a train. I was kind of surprised because, you know, you don't really think of trains in Star Wars. And it should cross over here, but I think it's gonna block the view. So I'm gonna have to get around it another way. I'm not quite sure about how I'll be able to do that, but definitely will be a fun challenge to implement for sure. Over in the back, there's just a bunch of useless pieces. Don't really need to worry about that. And just for the size, because I know some people will want to know exactly what the size is. It's 3 gray base plates long, as you can see, or 432 and 116, and then by 1 gray base plate and a green base plate. So in other words, it's basically Kessel, but a gray base plate longer in length. And I can show you that Kessel is right here, and that's what it looks like. It's pretty big actually, and I was going for height, but I just want to show you guys something crazy about this one. I'm going like a lot more serious with this build because it's gonna be longer, and that's gonna be the height. You see that building right there? That building is gonna be the height of the entire thing. That's what I'm aiming for, at least. And it's pretty crazy, I do know that. But hey, it's Coruscant, and I'd love to have some vehicles on the top over there flying over. I think that'd be a great opportunity to implement that. And who knows, maybe I'll put Mace Windu falling out the window. All sorts of iconic Coruscant scenes. So please be sure to like comment below any ideas for this mock. Over here where I have these gray pieces, which is gonna be very important for the mock, I'm actually thinking of putting 2 rooms here, Dexter's Diner and like an Imperial Recruitment Center. So that's just like an idea. Obviously there's gonna be a building here. I plan on having a second large building over there, and then some more stuff here. I really don't know what's gonna go on with the buildings. Right now my goal is just gonna be work on the bridge part, the crash scene, this road, everything that I have reference photos for, because for the other stuff it's gonna be more my imagination and fitting it into what I've already built, if that makes sense. But anyways, this mock is gonna take up a ton of pieces, so I'm gonna need your support in everything that I'm gonna be doing. So just please make sure to like this video, it really does help out the channel. Drop a sub, that also helps, and share it with everyone you can. I would really appreciate that. And thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.